Is downtown Plattsmouth haunted? Now, this video is going to be a little different. It's going to be more on the investigation side as I dive deep into the history of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. I'm going to do this with a lot of other towns as well, but Plattsmouth really caught my attention. A lot of people do believe that downtown Plattsmouth is haunted. You have people hearing footsteps in empty buildings, seeing shadow figures in second story windows, or hearing phantom voices in businesses after closing hours. And when I hear these stories, like most stories, I need to ask why. Are there some tragic events that happened in Plattsmouth's history that would lead to such hauntings? What is it about Plattsmouth's history that leads to some of these stories? I did some Google searches, but really couldn't find much, maybe some second and third hand accounts of some of these vague stories that people have. So I went a little deeper. I did a lot of searching on some archival websites and found a bunch of newspaper articles from the 1860s, 70s, and 1880s. And I went pretty deep down the rabbit hole. At first, I really couldn't find much. Then I stumbled upon this article in the Omaha Bee on December 4th, 1882, about a Plattsmouth trial. According to the newspaper, a restaurant owner in Plattsmouth named John R. Polin believed that a close acquaintance of his, F.J. Mateer, was having an affair with his wife. Polin became aware that Mateer had received a letter from her, and so he demanded that he hand it over. And so, on October 7th of that year, Polin invited Mateer to visit him in his restaurant on Main Street. When Mateer refused to hand over the letter, Polin pulled out a revolver and shot his friend. And the shot would prove to be fatal a few hours later. The trial gripped the town of Plattsmouth because Plattsmouth never really had many cases like this. One of the prosecution's key witnesses was a cook who was working the restaurant and witnessed the shooting. But she actually later took sympathy upon Polin and petitioned the governor to pardon him. But the jury did not agree. They found John R. Polin guilty of first degree, and the judge sentenced him to death. And surprisingly, he was eventually pardoned. But that's not where this rabbit hole really took me. Because I had one question through all of this that I'm still trying to answer. What restaurant did John R. Polin own in 1882? In what building did all of this occur? And is that building still standing today? Because if we can figure out what building that is, then we might be able to start uncovering where some of these ghost stories originate. Because if an act so tragic and something done with so much passion occurred in a current standing Main Street building, then maybe there's some hauntings going on.